Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom on this Thanksgiving Eve. I trust you're having a beautiful day. Doesn't look very pretty outside, but that's okay. It may be beautiful where you are. Here, it's a little overcast and cloudy. So, I was thinking last night that I probably should just not do the Wednesday Wisdom today. And then I said, you know what? I'm committed to it and I'm going to do it. And so this morning I got up and I wrote down a few notes about what I wanted to share today. And because we're not studying a book or diving into something specific right now as we get through this holiday season, this time of Thanksgiving, I thought about something that I felt like might be of interest to all of us. And if you're like me, this has probably been one of the craziest years of your entire life. It's been pretty crazy for me. I mean, there's been things that happened that I've never experienced in my lifetime. A pandemic, the craziness with this election that we've just finished, the craziness with all of the things that are going on around us. Who would ever think that we would be in a crisis called toilet paper shortage? I mean, can you believe that? It's just insane. But you know what? As crazy as it has been a good year. As I reflect on the things that have happened this year, yeah, there have been some anomalies, some things that we don't normally experience. There have been some changes in the way we do business, the way we go to church, the way we go to school. There have been some changes. There have been some obstacles, some things that we have had to adjust our routines so that we can get things done in a better way. It's sort of like we've been sitting in a comfort zone for quite some time, and all of a sudden we get a pandemic, and guess what happens? We have to get out of our comfort zone. Although some of it has put us in comfort zones of a different kind. But the fact is that we've had to adjust our routines. We have to do things differently. We've had to get out of our comfort zone in areas that we never thought we would have to get out of that comfort zone. I mean, like everybody now that has kids in school has become a homeschool parent, a teacher, where they've relied on allowing their kids to go to school. That's different. That's really getting out of the comfort zone. The way we go to church. I mean, think about that. Actually had the opportunity to grow and become better, to get out of our comfort zones and to take our journey to the next level. The comfort zone. Yes, we've been there. We've lived there. But with all that's been going on, with all the new things that we've had to deal with, we've all had to get out of our comfort zone. I mean, for example, Dale and I have reduced our travel. We've missed a few birthday parties. We've had a couple of other events that we've had to cancel. And yes, that's been disappointing. But our comfort zone would say, okay, well, we'll just sit here and not do anything. But we've not allowed that to stop us. The events of 2020 make things look different. They make our activities look different. The things that we do differently, and they challenge us to be more innovative, to find ways to do things differently. But we're still getting stuff done. And to be honest, I don't really believe that being more innovative and finding different ways to do things is a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. It helps us use our minds to find alternative activities and alternative actions when we have roadblocks put up in front of us. Our comfort zone. Recently I heard a comment or read a quote by John Maxwell that said this. It says that God is more interested in our character than in our comfort zone. And you say, okay, well, what does comfort zone and character have in common? Well, if you're in your comfort zone, you're not working or building your character because you're relying on those things that have always been. You're not growing or becoming better. You're just sitting in the status quo. But if we want to grow in character, which if John Maxwell is correct, God is more interested in our growing our character than we are in our comfort zone, then here is an opportunity for us to grow our character. 2020 has given us a chance to look at things differently, to do things differently, to grow on our life journey, to become better than we were the day before, and to make each day a masterpiece. And if we're doing that, then we're going to grow in character. So I have on my desk, and I'm not going to hold them up, they're right here. And if I tried to hold them up, the camera wouldn't even show them because of the virtual background. But I've got 5 journals of information that I have written down over the past 6 years. Information that I have used to help me grow my journey. And all of that information has been fantastic. But I can promise you the information that I have learned and the things that I have read and discovered over the last 8 months have even added more value to me than all of that information together. It has helped me dig deeper inside of me to look at where I am. And I'll be honest, 7 months ago, I was ready to throw in the towel and call it quits and not do anything. But now I've got more energy and I'm more energized about doing more and adding more value to others every day. Building our character, taking our own lives to the next level, getting out of that comfort zone to become better. To be our best. And on this Thanksgiving Eve, I ask you to reflect on 2020, not on the bad stuff, but on the good things that happened in 2020. Ask yourself, what are you thankful for? What is something that happened in 2020 that you are thankful for? What have you been blessed by? What has added value to you during 2020? I can tell you my list is long. My list is long of the things that I've learned. And yes, I've been uncomfortable at times, but I can be very honest with you. It hasn't stopped me. It hasn't slowed me down to a point where I can't do things. In fact, it's given me opportunities to do different things, to do things in a different way, to hone skills that I didn't know I had, to become a Zoom master, to talk on Wednesdays and share with you every Wednesday. Now, I challenge you to take 2020, reflect on what has happened, find the value that you've gained from it, and use it to finish this year in a more positive and grateful and thankful way. I wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. Don't overdo. be safe, and think about how blessed we are in spite of all that we've had to deal with in 2020. And I promise you that even though we've had to deal with some stuff, there are others out there that have to deal with much more. And we need to be very thankful for what we have and for what we can add in our journey by being more thankful and filled with gratitude. Hey, this is Jim saying, have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Take care. Be blessed.